Yo, what's up everybody? It's Jackson with Loveless Vintage. It is Friday night and I just finished doing my Instagram live auction that I do with Final Flame Vintage every Friday night. We run pieces at $1 and yeah, every Friday night. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's a lot of fun. Anyways, I'm getting done wrapping up, trying to pack my orders and everything, and I'm calling it early tonight because tomorrow I'm actually going to be driving down to Portland, Oregon tomorrow to source and also try to just find some cool pieces, maybe some personal pieces at a vintage flea. I haven't been to a vintage flea in like a year, and the last time I did go to a vintage flea, I was actually vending at one, and it was an interesting experience. It was cool like selling to people and meeting people in person. I like that aspect a lot about vintage fleas. Like it was really cool to like meet people in the community and stuff like that, but I didn't make a ton of money doing it because I spent a lot of money sourcing there. There's tons of really cool stuff. People throw really good deals. It's just hard to find stuff. It's just a lot of fun. There's so many cool pieces and everything. So I decided to go back to my first vintage flea. Like I said, it's been like a year. They're having one down in Portland tomorrow. It's the Hollywood Vintage Flea, and it's an outdoor flea. I think there's like 10 to 15 vendors, but essentially tomorrow I'm gonna go down to Portland to see if I can source some pieces that I would sell on my Depop or on my Instagram, or even just get as personal, stuff like that. I'll also probably hit up a few thrifts and some vintage stores and stuff. So this is gonna be like a Portland vintage flea, like sourcing kind of video. You guys might kind of wonder about sourcing at a vintage flea, you know, since it is other people that do sell probably full-time just like me, or at least do it as a really big side income. They're gonna know what they have and they're not gonna be throwing stuff for like really cheap deals, but there are some things you can catch steals on, or just some things that, you know, people like me might have a better market to move stuff for a little bit more. And ultimately I'd rather support, you know, my local community, my local pickers, people like me, than like try to source online or Depop and stuff like that. So I just wanted to go down, make a little video out of it, make some content out of it for you guys. So I already have so much inventory right now too. I honestly don't know why I'm doing a video like this. Like my garage is crazy right now. Like seriously, I have so much unprocessed stuff right now. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't really need any of this inventory, but I thought it'd be really fun, you know, maybe a little bit of vlogging, and I definitely always get food when I'm down in Portland. They have amazing vegan food. So yeah, this is gonna be the start to a new video. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. I make thrifting content, Depop content, stuff like that. I need to start getting ready for bed because I have to wake up at 7, and I think the earliest I've been waking up is maybe like 8:30 for probably a year now. So I'm gonna really hate myself that I'm not in bed right now. But yeah, this is the intro to a new trip to the Portland Vintage Flea, I guess. So like I said, drop a like on this video. It really helps me. I would really appreciate it. So I will see you guys tomorrow in Portland. Yo, also really quick, shout out my cousin Tracy one time for gifting me this Tekken 3 Namco promo video game shirt. You guys, the shirt is crazy, and she found it in her attic while cleaning clothes. Her kid used to have this shirt. He didn't want it anymore. There were some other really cool shirts that she gave to me too. Gave them to me free of charge. She knows what I do. She knows I'm gonna sell them. She just gave it to me because she really wanted to help family out. You know, it's awesome that I have people like that in my family and in my life. Actually, I did make another video where my aunt gave me a bunch of cigarette promo tees, camel tees, Marlboro tees, and there's a video like that on my channel from a few months ago. So this is my cousin that got those tees from my aunt and dropped them off at my house for me. Yeah, she was just cleaning her attic and found some more stuff and gave this to me. I am gonna sell it, she knows that, and yeah, I'm gonna repay her in a different video. So I'm gonna be making a different video, kind of a trip to the thrift. I wanna go drop some stuff off of her house to show appreciation and everything. So a video like that will be coming. But yeah, really quick, just wanna show you guys what's on body, this crazy vintage Tekken 3 video game promo tee. And yeah, let's go to Portland.
Good morning. It's like 7:21. I had the worst dream last night. I literally had a dream that I was back in high school, and it was the first day of school, and I couldn't find any of my classes, and I was walking super slow, so I could never make any of them by the time they started. So it's a great way to start the morning, waking up super stressed out. But we're gonna go find some amazing stuff in Portland today, so let's get going.
are you doing?
Good, buddy.
How are you?
Good, just picked up this.
I've only seen it, I've seen it one other time. Yeah.
Just shout me out on Instagram.
Dude, yeah, for sure. What's your Instagram actually?
No Soul Vintage.
Sick. No Soul, dude. Woo! Okay, I've only hit one booth and I already cashed these kids out. No Soul Vintage, I believe. I'll leave his like Instagram up on the screen, but yeah, shout out my dude Cole. He gave me a great deal on this crazy X-Files shirt. I tried to buy the same one like a year ago and like work a trade on it, and the person that had it like would not budge on it. So I'm stoked that I have it. Definitely gonna go on the page. Might be for sale, but for now I'm gonna keep it. And then I got some cool like all over print stuff for Depop. For 45 bucks for 4 shirts, super, super fair. So I feel like I'm gonna be leaving with a ton of stuff, and that's just one booth. We've been here like 20 minutes on one booth. So we're gonna go back in a sec. Good, how are you? Good. Sydney of Lucky Match Vintage. He got dripped up with the new ring. So sick. Okay, we out of there. I have like a full ass bag of stuff. I got like 2 crazy tees that I'll talk about later. Everything else was like $5 to $10, just kind of like Depop filler stuff, but it's like good Depop filler stuff, like stuff I can sell for like 25, 30. So I'll show you guys everything when I get home, but yeah, we're gonna hit some more spots and go get some food, so let's do it.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Okay, this is what we got at the Mockingbird, 100% vegan. We got a chicken bacon ranch. Look at that chicken. Wow, vegan chicken, and then this mac salad. I'm super stoked. All right, we're going to some vintage stores and some consignment stores in Portland on Hawthorne. So we're going to Red Light, and then I think it's called 2nd Street. So let's go. So we went to Red Light and House of Vintage. Didn't get anything at both spots. There was that really sick Twilight Zone tee, but they wanted 40, maybe like $100 tee maybe, but really sick nonetheless, just to see everything that they have. And I hope you guys liked being able to see all that stuff. And yeah, we're gonna go to like 2 or 3 more stores and maybe hit a thrift or 2 on the way back home. So let's go do it. So we ended up getting some stuff at the last stop. I got 2 Harley shirts and a Crystal Castle shirt. I'll talk more about the Crystal Castle shirt later, but essentially I was looking for one like over a month ago and I realized they're super expensive and hard to find, even though they're like from 2012 or whatever. So it's a size medium, but I honestly think minimum it's like a $50 shirt and I paid $16 for it. So I'll talk about them later, but yeah, I spent 30 bucks, 3 shirts. So I think one more stop and then we might hit some thrifts. And then we're out of here. Okay, we're at the last vintage stop of the day, and my mirror is literally touching these racks of shirts right here, and I don't even think Cody can get out. But yeah, we're here, Selwood Union, and the drive here was beautiful. There was a lot of really cool stuff, so let's go see if they have any stuff. See if Cody can get out. Okay, I might regret passing on this, but this is like a mid-2000s size XL Sepultura shirt. 32 bucks. The OG ones go for like 350 bucks. There's no licensing or anything on it that we can see, so I saw other 2000 Sepultura shirts up for like 60, so maybe a double up, but I feel like it'd be a slower sell. But still a really, really cool shirt, really, really cool band, but I'm gonna leave it just because I'm unsure. So yeah, let me know if I messed up. Okay, we're done at vintage stores for the day. We're gonna go get our Starbucks. We're gonna get our white girl Starbucks drinks. And then we ordered some vegan pizza to pick up on the way. And then we'll probably hit like maybe 1 or 2 thrifts. And then I'll show you guys everything I got when I got home. I have a full bag of stuff. Super stoked. So let's go get our pink drinks. Okay, if you guys are ever in Portland, this is my favorite pizza spot. Rudy's Pizza. They have a giant vegan menu. We got a giant thing of cheesy garlic bread. And then this is a cheeseburger pizza with pickles on it. Wow, that looks so good. So yeah, Rudy's Pizzeria in Portland. All right, one stop before we go home. One Goodwill. Let's get it. 9-inch nails tee in the ladies section. $5, but totally worth it. Sold it for at least like 25 or so. So always check the women's. I'm trying to thrift and look at these guys.
Is this on YouTube?
We got RJ.
Wait, hold on, is this on YouTube?
Saucy Suave.
Is this on YouTube?
Yes, this is going on YouTube.
We have to restart.
We have to restart.
You can't talk about that.
Okay, we done for the day. The last Goodwill, women's section came through. I tell you guys, check the ladies section, check everything. I didn't find anything until I went to the women's section. Found that 9-inch nail shirt, probably at least like a $30 shirt on Depop. Found that Morbid Threads vintage made in USA cool goth top, e-girl top, whatever you want to call it. That's probably an easy 50, 60 bucks on Depop. While we were looking, Jacob Starr and my homie RJ pulled through the Goodwill, came up to us, and yeah, we chatted up for a little bit. So shout out my homies. And now we're gonna go home and I'll show you guys everything that I got. Probably tomorrow or the next day, I'll have it all laid out and I'll let you guys know what I bought everything for and what I hope to get for it. So let's go. Okay everyone, it's 2 days later. I'm gonna go through everything that I got in Portland on my trip down this past weekend, and I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on each individual piece because you guys basically saw everything I got. So some of these pieces I'll do a little bit more explanation on, so let's open this bag and go through everything that I got. Look at this bag, it's completely full. So I'm gonna put it on the ground and then we'll just go through piece by piece. I'll try to talk about what I paid per item and then what I hope to get out of each of them, and yeah, let's just go through it. So this first piece is this Shakespeare awesome graphic print t-shirt. It is a vintage one on this older Gildan tag, size large. Also, I don't have my studio lights on me right now. I didn't want to set them up, so I just have the window open, so sorry if there's some like glare or anything, but this is a Shakespeare vintage tee. It just has a bunch of his like quotes all over it. Really, really cool. And this was in somebody's $5 pile, so I paid $5 for this. I would kind of consider this like an art author tee, and they're doing really well right now. I sold Da Vinci tees, I've sold stuff like that, all for like around $100. So yeah, this was in someone's $5 pile. I think I'll at least be able to get like 50 or so for it. So not exactly sure what I'm going to charge for this one. It does have some like nice wear and stuff around the neck, but really, really cool tee. I really like the color on it. So this was in someone's $10 pile, and it's a little bit more than I wanted to spend. Actually, the two tees that I bought in somebody's $10 pile were like probably my most regretted pieces, even though like they're easy double ups if anything, but I was just like, dang, I kind of wish I paid $5 for them, but it's fine. I've had this exact same Nike tee before. It's like a heather gray Nike tee with the logo right there and kind of flames. This is a size large. It's in really good condition too. And then the nice Go Like Hell, I think the back print is super, super sick, and I've had this one before, the Go Like Hell, and I think I sold it for $30. So $10 to flip it for 30 is not bad. I just expected it to be $5. People had a lot of like $5 piles, and then when I came up to pay, she was like, it's $10 each, and I was like, okay. So I just paid for them anyways, but yeah, at least $30 for this one. Next, we have another Nike tee. This one is a double XL on the silver tag. This one was actually a $5 piece. So at these Fleas, they have these little piles down, and normally they're like $5 to $10 a piece for any of the tees in the pile. So this one was $5 when I went up to pay for it. It just has the Just Do It box logo, and it's again a double XL silver tag. So this is probably an easy like $25 shirt on my Depop, so I picked that one up. This was another $5 piece. This is a I don't have an attitude problem, you have a perception problem. Really cool. It's like a big boxy tee, and it does have some holes and distressing on it. Seems like it's like a size double XL, and yeah, it does have some wear and some holes, but for $5, these tees on Depop do pretty well. This is probably at least like a $25 tee. This was also a $5 pile item. This is a Pokemon, so it's like Pikachu, but he is smoking. Super, super funny. It's on like a ringer tee, made in USA. I believe this is a vintage tee. I don't know too much info about it, but for $5, I didn't want to pass on it. I thought like I could at least get like 30 or so for it. So just kind of like a funny little like comedy parody tee. Another $5 item. This was another $5 piece. It is a no pain, no gain Smash Mouth football. So I kind of just like that it says Smash Mouth because like the band Smash Mouth, but then Smash Mouth football overall. The graphic is really cool. Single stitch, it's a vintage one. The tag is ripped out and there's a hole where the tag was, but again, on Depop, this is probably at least like an easy $20-$25. Another $5 item. This is a New Moon Twilight Edward tote, and then you have Jacob on the back. The only reason I picked this up is because my friend Andy, Cascadia Vintage, shout out Cascadia Vintage, he sold this exact same tote on Depop for like $40 last week. So I saw it in someone's $5 pile and I was like, I'm picking that up. So on Depop, expected to sell for $40. Another $5 piece. I'm trying to get through all the $5 pieces before I go into some of the stuff I spent more on. This was in another $5 pile. It is this Stonehenge Graphic Tee. I thought it was so sick. Like, I've never seen like a Stonehenge Graphic Tee. So kind of like an art tee. I really also like the colors. It's like teal blue. Really, really cool. This one is a size XL on the English Heritage tag. It is single stitch all the way around. It has some marks and stuff, but super sick. Honestly, probably asked like 30 or so for this one. So that was another $5 pickup. Another $5 pickup. This is a really cute and cool Raccoon Tee. I actually have had this as a crew neck before, I think, and I think I sold it for like 30 or so. So really, really good condition, single stitch sleeve. This is a size large. Honestly, probably throw it up on Depop for like 25 bucks or so. Just animal nature tees really do really well on there, and raccoons are just super cute, and I feel like people are really into them. So probably like 25 bucks. This is with that other Nike tee I paid $10 for. It was like a $10 pile. I didn't know it was $10. This is the other tee. I think this one's definitely more worth it. This is a Florida Panthers front and back print single stitch tee. I normally don't really care about sports tees, but anything with big graphics or front and back print, I normally grab if it's cheap enough. This is on the Nutmeg Mills tag, size XL, and yeah, single stitch front and back print. Honestly, probably at least like $30 on Depop. So for 10, not that bad of a deal. Shout out Sydney of Lucky Match Vintage. That is my friend. I picked up this $5 tee from her booth. It is a really cool Grand Canyon single stitch tee. I just really, really like the colors of the graphic. Single stitch, size XXL, really clean. I just want to support the homie. So for $5, easy pickup, easily sell this for 20 on Depop. So thank you, Sydney. Congrats on the new office space and everything. Last $5 piece. I think this is actually the last $5 piece. XXL on a Hanes Beefy. This is like an early 90s. This is a Star Trek Galaxy class starship, Oregon Museum. So this is like a science fiction museum tee, but it's like Star Trek. It's like one of the ships. Single stitch, has some wear and everything, but I feel like this is an easy $20 tee, if not more. So pick that up in a $5 pile also. These ones are super sick. I did this in a deal with 2 more tees, so I'll keep them right here. There's some of the better tees that I did pick up, but these tees were each, I think, $10 each, or there's 4 tees here, and he charged me $45 for all of them. So just over $10 a piece, and they're all vintage, all over print shirts. So like, one of my favorite types of shirts to sell on Depop are all over print shirts. So first up, we have this crazy San Diego all over print like sailing boating tee. It is super boxy. It is single stitch. Honestly, each of these is like $30 minimum is what I'd sell them for on Depop. Some of these may be a little bit more, but yeah, $30 minimum. So for around 11-ish, 12-ish dollars for really, really cool Depop stock, I'm totally fine paying up for that. Like, these are my ideal things I like to sell on Depop. Like I said, I really love all over print shirts. They really make your page stand out. There's a ton of people looking for like vintage all over print shirts. So yeah, they just get you in the algorithm a little bit more. And I just like posting stuff like this. So I'm fine paying up a little bit more for it. So again, we have this San Diego all over print one. We have this one is so sick. This one is like toy planes all over print. I feel like I've seen someone have this before and they sold it for like 40 or so. So yeah, probably a little bit more than 30 on this guy. The colors are super sick, primary colors all around, and it is a size large. It says EAA, which is probably something to do with planes or toy planes or something, but super, super sick. We have this one too, which is a Up Sports, and it looks like it's like a kayaking shirt. Super cool. Really, really love the graphic print on it. And this guy has no tag or anything, but yeah, all over front and back print. Easy, at least $30, probably a little bit more. And then this one I would probably put up for around 30 on my Depop. This is just a front and back kind of all over print fishes shirt, and it says Florida on it. It's on the good Fruit of the Loom tag, size large. So yeah, those are 4 tees that I did a deal for $45 for, all 4 of those tees. And then he also had these 2 tees in his booth. I'm super excited to talk about these next tees. This one is a Disney tee that I actually found at bins like months ago. I found a size small. It was in like dead stock condition, and I sold it day of for $100 to a Disney collector. It's this like tie-dye front and back print like characters tee. It has all of these Disney characters, front and back print. It has like a quote on the front and back. I think this is a like mid-2000s tag, Disney Resorts tag. It's a size large, and yeah, he only wanted $10 for this, but the reason he probably only wanted $10 for this is it has a ton of thrashing right here, like probably 20 little holes and some bigger holes and everything. So I took the gamble on it for $10. I feel like it's still not a bad deal if I sold a size small for $100. And actually my friend Jacob, shout out the Star Life, he got an XL of this tee this weekend and he sold it for $100 because I told him like, yo, I sold a size small for $100, so make sure you charge up a little bit for that tee. And he said that he sold it for $100. So even with the distressing and everything, front and back print, I feel like this is kind of a more sought after Disney tee. So I think the lowest I would take is like 60 or 70, even with the holes. So yeah, not a bad scoop at all for $10. And then this was the other tee that I bought at that booth. I paid full price for it. It was asking $130, and I've actually wanted this tee for a minute. I wish it was an XL, so this one might be for sale, but this is the all over print. The truth is out there X-Files tee. This is size large on the Fruit of the Loom blank, single stitched. And yeah, there's 2 other versions of this tee. There's like an orange or brown one, and then there's a green one. They all have different like quotes on the front and different prints. And some of these actually don't have the back print. I would value this at least around $200 or so. I know that my friends had one of each of the colors and they sold each of them for I think like $250. So at least like 200 bucks. He asked $130. I just thought it was a cool enough tee that I wanted to buy. I wanted it on my Instagram, you know, maybe I wanted to wear it. So I picked that one up. Super stoked on that one. This is another tee. This is probably actually my favorite tee that I did grab. This is an Edward Scissorhands Youth XL tee. Now the thing is Edward Scissorhands tees in men's sizes are super rare, super sought after, super hard to come by, and just off the top of my head, like hearing a few people talk about them recently, they all sell for $1,000 or more. $1,000 or more for Edward Scissorhands tees. I don't know if they just didn't have a lot of movie promotion for it or what went on, but they're super hard to find. So this is on an M&O knits tag, size Youth XL. So this is like a mid-2000s tag, and it's just the front hit there. It is dated and licensed 1990 and then 2001. So obviously this is probably around early 2000s for this tee. And yeah, it's just this front print, and this fits like a medium on me. I already tried it on and it fits like a medium. I'm just gonna have my friend Henry at Final Flame Vintage stretch this for me, and it's gonna fit me like a true large, maybe even an XL, and I'm keeping it because I'm not gonna pay $1,000 for an Edward Scissorhands shirt, but I've really wanted one. This has been like a favorite movie of mine like ever since I was little. So yeah, definitely keeping this one. Super hyped on that one. Now these are my like vintage store or like thrift finds. So I guess we will start it off with this super sick New York Dolls tee. So this is like a band, the New York Dolls, and this is on an older blank too. This is like a 90s or early 2000s Fruit of the Loom heavy cotton blank, size large, and I just love the print and the colors, the New York Dolls. I haven't seen this design before, but like any vintage New York Dolls tee that I saw on like Depop or eBay, like the cheapest that I was seeing them go for were like at least 50 or 60 bucks. So honestly, I think I'm gonna ask like 80 to 100 for this. It's just really sick, and I didn't see a lot of them. So yeah, this might be one that I just throw on my Instagram or throw on Depop, and in the meantime I'll probably just keep it because it's super sick. This next one was at the same store that I found that New York Dolls tee. This is an Immortal band tee, so they're like a black metal, death metal band, and yeah, this is just the front print with the crazy ass back print, size XL on a blue bar anvil blank, front and back print. Any 90s Immortal tee I saw was easy $100. They wanted, I think, $12. I think I paid $12 for this at a vintage store. Easy, I think at least like $40 to $50 I'll throw this on Depop for, so super stoked about that one. This was at the same vintage store. They wanted $17 for this one. That was an easy cop for me. It is the Taz front and back print graphic t-shirt. It's a vintage one. It's on the Sun tag, I believe. Yeah, Sun, size medium. I really like the fade on this tee. It's like a faded maroon and it's dated 1994. Even at $17, I feel like this is an easy like $40 shirt on Depop. I'll probably just throw this on Depop and price it a little bit higher because the cool back and front graphic, like, just normally price it a little bit higher. So for $17, I was not opposed to paying that. This is another vintage store find. This was $5 at a vintage store. Really hard to see, but it's micro striped. So it is navy blue and maroon red. And then the front is just this like paint kind of splatter. And then you just see the outline of the Harley Davidson logo. And then if you look at the tag, size medium, made in USA, single stitch, Harley Davidson tee. I think this is a early 90s one from 92. And yeah, this was $5 at a vintage store with the micro stripe and the front and back print single stitch. This is an easy like $30 tee on my Depop, so totally fine paying $5 for it. Here's another Harley tee that I found at the same vintage store. I think this was $7. It does have some discoloration, but it's a double XL made in USA. Like, I really love the sleeve details. It's like split color. It's black and then orange with just the big logo. No back print, but for $7, I was like, I'll probably throw this on Depop for at least 30 or so. Not a bad buy at all. And then the best thing that I found at that same store was this insane Crystal Castles band tee. Okay, you guys, a few months ago, I was trying to find a Crystal Castles band tee because I really like Crystal Castles, and I was shocked. They are so expensive. I don't know why, like they're super hard to find or something, but ones from like the mid 2000s, like 2010 to 2012, sell for like $60 to $100. I was seeing some comps for like $100 or more for Crystal Castles tees. So when I found this at a vintage store, Crystal Castles with the front and back print, it's from the fall 2012 tour. When I found this and it was $16, I knew that it was worth it. So I see this exact tee, I think listed on Depop. I saw one for like 80 or something. I wish this was a larger and XL. I'd probably keep it because I really do like Crystal Castles, but this is a medium. I still think that minimum I can get like 50 or 60 bucks for it. So $16 for this was a great buy, and I'm so glad that I just randomly looked up Crystal Castles tees like a month or two ago and found out they were stupid expensive for no reason. These are my last two finds. These were actually at the Goodwill that I ran into Jacob and RJ at. So the men's section had nothing. There was nothing in the men's section. So you know what I've been doing? I've been going over to the women's section. I've been going to the kids section. I've been looking all over the store because my new goal is like, if I don't find any t-shirts, I just look elsewhere because I don't want to leave a Goodwill without having something. So I went to the women's section. My first find was this 9-inch nails like baby tee. It's like a small slim fit like women's tee with like the side kidney hit, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's the in and then yeah, just the logo on the front. It's a really soft material. I really don't think it's vintage, maybe like later 2000s or something, but on Depop probably at least $30, and I paid $5 for it, so 30 bucks on that. And then this one, if you guys watch The Star Life, if you guys don't, go watch his newest video. He has a little segment like making fun of me in this because I pulled this and I'm putting everyone on game, but they were like telling me I should try it on and stuff. But this is a morbid thread, so shout out all my Depop goths and Y2K girls and everything. That's where I learned this info from YouTube, from like researching other people's Depop pages. That's how I know about this brand. Morbid Threads, made in USA, double XL. This is like an old goth brand, and like minimum I should be able to get like $50 or $60 for this top. It's just like a mesh, like swoop neck, kind of random. I don't even know how to describe it, but like this random goth, like e-girl, e-boy top. And every Morbid Threads thing I was seeing, like corsets and random tops like this, they're all up for like $60+. So this one was $7, and I was fine paying $7 to scoop this up. And that is everything that I got at the Portland Vintage Flea and while I was out thrifting in Portland. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and also turn on the bell for notifications so you can see when I upload new videos. I try to upload new videos every Sunday. And yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. This was Jackson, Loveless Vintage. Peace out, you guys.